We have two of our alumni here, and we would really appreciate if they wouldn't mind sharing their thoughts on studying new programs or at the LKY School. The first, hi, very nice to meet you. The first is Kuan, who is now the senior advisor at the MFA, and also Bang Tech, who is at the Housing and Development Board. So please.
Hello. A very good evening to all of you. My name is Bang Tech, class of 2008 MPA program, and actually I'm from the pioneer class. Hi, Agnes. Okay. Can I just know how many of you actually are working in the Singapore public service? Okay, quite a number of you. For me personally, I think this year is my close to 22 years in the Singapore civil service. And just think back, 22 years ago actually I was thinking, after my graduation, after I started work, I was thinking that my aspiration is to do a master program. But during the early phase of my career, I was working very hard and building up my career, and subsequently I got married, children come along, and only after 14 years, one day the head of HR informed me that this is a program started by the school. 22 years after I started work, having gone through the program, I would say that this is one of the best decisions that I've made. And just to learn from Dean, perhaps I just focus on saying three key things. First thing, I think, reflecting back, the quality of the program, you have heard a lot tonight. The quality of the program is really world-class, as the Dean mentioned. So you learn a lot from the professor, and you will go through a lot through the program, the curriculum. That's the first point. And the second point is life after graduation. I entered the program in 2006, but I graduated in 2008. I didn't repeat 1 year, to clarify, because I went into the part-time program. And I understand from school now that they have stopped the part-time program. So I went through the 2 years part-time program, and after graduation, 2008 up to now, 7 years have passed, and I can tell you that many of my classmates have progressed so far. Some of them Chief of Nursing Officer, some become a group director in HDB, a colonel in the army, all having got this program, having got this resume, this degree in their resume, have really made significant advancement in their personal career. The third point I would like to just mention, I think it's a unique feature of the program that we have classmates from, I would say that maybe about more than 25 countries. So because I worked in the public sector for 14 years, and my worldview, from a Singapore city-state, but after entering the program, interacting with people from China, India, ASEAN countries, really opens up many perspectives. And I realized that actually things are not so straightforward in many other countries, a lot more complicated, and learn a lot about economics, politics, and public management leaderships. So really this program has benefited myself tremendously. So I hope some of my sharing is beneficial to you, and later I can open up for questions. Thanks.
You spent about 20 over years, 22 years in the public sector. I spent about 25 years in the private sector, and I came in on the 20th year mark, and I paid for my own fees and without a sponsor. And on the 25th year mark, I actually joined the government. So I don't know whether it was a LKY school, but at the age of nearly reaching 50 years old, I decided to join the government. I was also in the year 2008, but we didn't cross paths. I was in a full-time course. I was the president of the student committee, which allows me to work closely with other courses, the MPM and MPP, so that gives me an added perspective. I think I agree with him. The first thing about the course is that, unlike if you were to sign up an MBA or some masters in communications or something, you are more likely to come in contact with a group with slightly more homogeneous kind of background. But in this school, about 280 students coming from close to 50 countries. And interestingly, it's not, we're so, in Singapore, we're so used to just operating a financial hub, business business center. But you will have classmates who's from countries that are still undergoing civil war, agricultural-based economy, Latin America countries. So it was a very diverse group of people, and people from government, from media, from banking, NGOs, activists. So that really, the first thing is it gives you a good global perspective. I think for me, as a president of a class, the more fun part is actually organizing activities and having fun. Although I'm Singaporean, I spend a lot of time at the College Green, where we have our own networking sessions late through the night. And we organize a lot of activities. Even when we go overseas for a study trip, everyone has great ideas on how to party. Yeah. So it's not just studying. Okay, the academic program is great. And don't get misled. It's very robust. I have a lot of respect for all the lecturers. They're all very experienced. They're in World Bank, IMF, OECD, and I learn a lot from them. Gives me a very more structured way of looking at policy formulation, policy implementation, and so that was interesting. I don't think I should spend more time. I should give you a chance to ask some questions.
Actually, just a quick add-on. As you speak, I trigger my thoughts because talking about classmates. Because we have classmates so diverse from other countries. There was once I went to, in fact twice, went to Bangkok because we have classmates from Thailand. So she actually drove myself and my wife to quite far away, one hour from Bangkok city, to see a sunflower park. First time in my life, I visited that. So I'm trying to say that actually, really, we have classmates from so diverse a background that really benefited us. I also want to add on that if you get into the program, I would say that you also have to put in a lot of hard work. I would like to emphasize that because the program demands quite a lot from the students as well. But it's really up to you because once I entered the program, I remember I studied quite hard. Because once you have decided to spend that year to study, you really want to get the best out of it. Apart from the resources and you really spend time. Just one example, economics, one semester. I remember the book, one of the reading, in fact, long list of reading, but just one particular one was a 900-page book. I'm not trying to scare them, but it was written by Ben Bernanke, the Federal Reserve Chairman. And I really spent time every Sunday during that semester to read every chapter, and I finished the whole book. But I never regret, because really that taught me 30 chapters, 15 about microeconomics, another 15 about macro, and I really benefited a lot. So once you enter the program, you must also be prepared to put in hard work. But the assessment is quite interesting because unlike 22 years ago, final grade was based on just your final exam. But now the system has changed progressively. You have class participation grade, you have small exam, you have final exam. So you are really assessed throughout the year. Thanks.